Hi everyone, welcome to this week's session. This week is an extra special week because there is a lot of beautiful, lovely, magical energy moving through the cosmos right now. So if you're here, welcome, and we're so glad you're here. It's truly going to be an amazing session. So the focus of this session is standing in your truth. It's going to be also having us align to our highest visions. It's also being able to tap into our wild essence. And each of us has our own unique wild essence. And this wild essence is different than maybe how we show up regularly. This is all about leaving behind that people pleasing, leaving behind, the way we show up small to make others comfortable. And instead, we're kind of calling in and tapping into who we came here to be, who we are at the deepest level, so that we can align to our highest visions. I've already kind of started the session, and it's some really cool stuff has come up with this focus. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And I'm just going to first guide us into a restful place, because when we are resting, that's when we are healing. And that's what we're doing here. We're healing so that we can be our highest, best selves, our wildest selves. Because we didn't come here to play small. You didn't come here to play small. Okay. So just start to connect to your breath. The breath is so important. It connects us to everything that is. And by stepping into focusing on our breath, we move into alignment with ourself, with our body, and with the universe. So as you stay connected to your breath, just imagine that the breath is feeding you and nourishing you, bringing beautiful energy into all the places in your body that may have shadow, that may be in darkness. And this beautiful breath is moving into those spaces and cleansing and releasing. The breath is so powerful. If you can tap into the breath shall set you free. The breath shall set you free. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. So now we're going to transition into the balancing. And the first thing that came up is we are going to be balancing the archetype Uranus. Uranus is all about freedom, individual thinking, visionary thinking. It's not so much about the collective, but it's actually more about the individual, aligning the individual to highest timelines. And what's coming up is what connected to Uranus is financial freedom and expansion. So pretty interesting. And then also we're going to reset the whole system. So we're going to reset our whole bodies, mind, body, and spirit. Maybe so that we can actually hold this new freedom, this new abundance, so that we can step in to our wild essence, and so that we can align to our visions and our highest timelines. But the one caveat here is we have to stay in truth. What is true for us? So we're just going to reset by crossing your right wrist over to your left shoulder and your left wrist over to your right shoulder, so your arms are crossed over your chest. And then you're just going to look up as if you're looking up at a hat brim. And this resets the body into rest and healing mode. So I'm just going to tap over your head and your heart. You can tap over your head and heart as well. And we're just resetting you to truth, freedom, higher versions of yourself, maybe wild versions of yourself. Okay, so just tapping. This is all actually done through grace, through organic, non-forceful grace. Okay, getting at that shifting, and shifted. So keep that in your heart right now. If you align yourself to what's true for you, true for your heart, then you can open up to much higher timelines right now. But you must stand in truth as you do that. Okay. So the next thing that is coming up is we're now going to update the genetic code. So what you're going to do is you're just going to touch right below your navel. I'm energetically touching you here as well. And then just touch the bridge of your nose. And we're updating the genetic code. And oftentimes when we reset the whole body like we just did, then we have an update that occurs afterwards. So codes, we're just updating those genetic codes. Your genetics are always changing. Different genes are being expressed at different moments. This is the beauty of human evolution on this planet, right? Of all evolution. So we're just updating these codes so that you can express higher levels of your humanity, which is what we came here to do, to grow, to expand, to be free, step into deeper layers of our essence, and ultimately fulfill and align to the things that light us up. Okay, so that shifted. Okay, and then the next, this is a very planetary balancing. The next thing that is coming up is we're balancing the Jupiter archetype. All while we're clearing fear. So Jupiter is all about expansion. Jupiter expands whatever it is that you're focusing on, or it expands what you're focusing on and what you're creating in your life, good or bad. So as we clear fear in the body, we bring Jupiter in. Jupiter is expanding abundance for us, expanding our truth, expanding our visions, and expanding our freedom in exchange for fear. So that's a good deal. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to hold the word fear in your mind for just one moment. And I'm just going to tap over your head and your heart and just witness that fear dissipating as if it is evaporating into thin air. This fear is not you. You can let it go. This fear. Allow yourself to yawn if that's what happens, or stretch, or this fear is not you. You can let it go. Okay. Is there more? Did that do this? So that shifted. Is there more? Yes. I try to get as much of the session out on the table before I start this, but sometimes the body won't shift, or it won't allow me to see what's next until the body has shifted. So, okay. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to be balancing within the body, mind, and spirit, is we're going to be balancing the Wei Qi, which is your protective energy. The Wei Qi protects you from microbes. It protects you from other people's energies. It protects you from the environment. It's a protective energy layer that surrounds you. So we're going to strengthen the Wei Qi for all listening to this session today. And then what else is coming up is the word change. So we can get into these patterns, into this sort of autopilot way of living life. And when change comes up, change helps us change organically to where, because change is scary. It can be scary. It can feel scary. But ultimately, when we have change in the body, in these balancings, it improves the status. It improves our status. So I'm just going to tap over your head and your heart, then I'm also going to touch your Wei Qi points. And as I tap over your head and your heart, say, I allow myself to heal on all levels: body, mind, and spirit. I allow myself to heal on all levels, body, mind, and spirit. This change is going to help you move out of autopilot. It's going to help you release patterns that are stuck deeply in your body. All while enhancing your protective energies. All while moving you into higher timelines. So that you can live your wild essence. Okay. Okay, that shifted. I always yawn when the shift happens. Okay, so I'm getting that is the balancing for today. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being willing to be a human being on this planet that is willing to transform their life into something beautiful. We need that. We need more of that. So again, thank you, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Take care. Namaste.